This is my summary of learning, snapshot, my journey into digital citizenship. My journey into digital citizenship began through digital footprints. Digital footprints is a trail of footprints people leave behind online. By doing a simple name search under my name through Google, you can see some of the digital footprints that I have left behind. Prior to ECNI 832, I looked at some of the social media platforms that I was involved in as to where I left some digital footprints behind. After ECNI 832, you will notice that some of my digital footprints have become larger, meaning that I have been involved in more social media sites than I had been previously. This was the first time that I had used Google Plus in any kind of setting. I found that this site was very user-friendly and I was able to navigate very easily. Not only that, we were able to interact with fellow students and discuss certain situations or certain ideas that had come up during our weekly sessions. Zoom was another social media site that I never heard of or never used prior to ECNI 832. I really enjoyed using this site. WordPress was a social media site that we used for blogging. I had a lot of difficulty with this site. My first part of our class left me with a pretty awkward looking blogging site. However, as time progressed, I was able to fix it up a little bit, able to navigate through it a little bit more efficiently. I knew that it's something that I need a lot more practice on and something that I probably will look at in the future. Twitter was another social media site that we used for ECNI 832. Prior to ECNI 832, I did not use Twitter very much, although I had an account. During the course of ECNI 832, I probably tweeted a lot more than the lifespan of my actual Twitter account. In ECNI 832, we cover different areas of media literacy. According to Fetterman, the medium is the message, tells us that noticing change in our societal or cultural growing conditions indicates the presence of a new message, that is, the effects of the new medium. Basically, when something changes through society or culture, there is often a presence of a new message, which is the effect of the new medium. So what does that mean? A digital immigrant is a person born or brought up before the widespread of digital technology. A digital native is a person brought up during the age of digital technology and therefore familiar with computers and internet from an early age. Looking at my own family life, if this were the case, you would be looking at my husband and myself as a digital immigrant and my children as a digital native. Do digital natives exist is a video that we watched in ECNI 832. Some experts have suggested a clear divide between digital natives and digital immigrants. The young natives have had technology change their ways they think that their brain works, while older people are stuck playing catch up. Is this fair to say? Using the visitors and residents model, I looked at all the social media sites that I was involved in, and I categorized them according to where I thought they would fit into the model. Visitors and Residents was another video that we watched in ECNI 832. David White in this video explains a simple way of describing the range of ways individuals can engage with the web. A digital citizen is one who knows what is right and wrong, exhibits intelligent technology behavior, and makes good choices when using technology. To understand the complexity of digital citizenship and the issues of technology use, abuse, and misuse, Mark Ribble had identified 9 elements that together make up digital citizenship. In ECNI 832, we covered identity in a mediated world and the challenges associated with it. Social media shapes who we are allowed to be. For example, Facebook uses automated filtering algorithms, little snippets of software code, to decide which of your posts will be made visible on your Facebook friends' newsfeeds. We looked at Split Screen. Split Screen discusses the perfect lives we live on social media. So why should we care living in a mediated world? One of the things that we discussed in class was some of the things that could actually ruin your chances of having the career of your dreams. For example, if you were to get a job and you post something negative about the employer, chances are you will lose that job. In many instances, people have posted in a vast majority of different social media platforms and have been reprimanded and in some cases have lost their jobs because of it. There are a vast number of new and emerging literacies in digital literacy. Looking at the list that was compiled in the class, we can see the frameworks and standards that are set out. Basically, these all boil down to the same goal: providing a strong digital citizenship program. So what is the role of sociality in today's educational learning? How do we embrace digital media into the classroom? How do we use it effectively? Everything again boils down to looking at what a good digital citizenship is and using those guidelines as part of your sociality project or part of your implementation of sociality. In ECNI 832, we cover different theories and how it plays an impact on today's digital world. We covered Bandura's social learning theory, Illich's learning webs, George Siemens' connectivism, Dave Cormier, understand the basics of rhizomatic learning, participatory culture that was developed by Henry Jenkins. If you look through each of these theories, you will see some of those pieces that fit into today's world. For example, on Illich's learning web, he references structures similar to today's open education resources and personal learning networks. So if you really look at how these play a role, even though some of them are dated, the theories behind it fit into what's happening today. We covered moral, ethical, and legal issues by watching several videos and noting where they violated either the moral, ethical, and legal standards of digital citizenship. These areas bring up so many issues, from the bullying and sexual extortion of Amanda Todd to the possible legal implications of RIP, a remix manifesto. I hope you enjoyed my snapshot into my journey into digital citizenship. I learned a great deal in ECNI 832. I learned many new skills that I could apply to my everyday work, and especially when it comes time to teaching others about digital citizenship. Through the course, I've seen how many of the topics covered in class play a role into becoming a better digital citizen. Thank you, Alec and Katya, for your role in my digital citizenship journey.